A new bill introduced in Albany this week aims to reduce traffic-related deaths in New York City. If passed, the legislation will require new camera systems at busy intersections throughout the city. Drivers in a hurry, beware. Go 10 miles or more over the speed limit and you may find a ticket in your mailbox. At this New York City art gallery, an original Salvador Dali painting was stolen in broad daylight. Surveillance footage shows the thief simply slipped the $150,000 artwork into a plain black shopping bag like this one and walked out the door.
Would you give a prospective employer your Facebook password? Some employers have now started asking job candidates for the passwords to their social media accounts. The reason they claim is to get a more in-depth and personal understanding of each candidate.
Miley Cyrus is engaged. The 19-year-old former Disney teen queen and daughter of country singer Billy Ray Cyrus will wed Hunger Games heartthrob Liam Hemsworth. In the heart of New York's busiest crossroads, it's hard to imagine anyone could find peace and tranquility. But for one all-day event, Solstice in Times Square, this entire area will be blocked off to traffic and converted into an outdoor yoga studio for thousands of yogis. Classes are free to the public. Namaste. Prosecutors in the case against Anders Behring Breivik, accused of the Oslo mass murder, are asking for psychiatric hospitalization, not prison time. While riding the 6 train at rush hour may have you feeling like New York is quite overcrowded, statistics actually show that the city is nearly half the size it once was. Stop and frisk is a policy deployed by New York City police officers that allows them to pat down anyone who looks like they may have committed or will commit a crime. Critics say this leads to racial profiling, illegal stops, and amounts to an invasion of privacy. I'm here with Paul. Paul, what do you think of stop and frisk?
I think it's not fair.
Saturday Night Live star Kristen Wiig is leaving the show after 7 years. The move will allow the breakout actress to pursue her movie career, which has been on fire since last year's popular female comedy, Bridesmaids. Police announced they've arrested 51-year-old Pedro Hernandez for the murder of Eitan Pates. Eitan was only 6 years old when he disappeared from his Soho neighborhood in 1979.
Hernandez had told a family member and others that he had, quote, done a bad thing and killed a child in New York.
Police brought the Maple Shade, New Jersey resident in for questioning after getting a tip from a relative. That's when police say he confessed to choking Eitan in the basement of the bodega where he worked.
Mr. Hernandez made a promise of a soda to Eitan and led him down the stairs into the basement where he was choked.
In the late 70s, Hernandez worked at a store near Eitan's apartment. On the day of his disappearance, Eitan was walking to his bus stop alone for the first time. This is the downtown neighborhood where Eitan lived. At the time of his disappearance, it was a working-class community, but has since been transformed into a chic shopping area. Over the years, there have been multiple false leads and breaks in the case that never materialized. Police talked about the reaction of Eitan's parents to the arrest.
Mr. Pates was taken back, a little surprised, and I would say overwhelmed to a degree.
Hernandez's brother-in-law says he believes his family member committed the murder.
I don't know what to think, really. It's somebody we knew, in the family, to do something like that, and this came out now.
Hernandez will appear in court next week. In Manhattan, I'm Cleo Farrell. Mayor Michael Bloomberg has announced a proposal to ban the sale of soft drinks over 16 ounces in New York City. These sugary beverages have long been linked to weight gain. Many experts say they're empty calories.
The rates of obesity in America really started to skyrocket in 1980. And what coincided with that was the invention of the 2-liter soda bottle.
The ban is an extension of Bloomberg's campaign to combat the city's obesity rate.
Obesity is killing 5,000 people a year in New York City.
In an effort to curtail the rise of weight-related health issues, the mayor banned the use of trans fats in restaurants in 2006. 2 years later, the city required restaurant chains to post caloric information on menus.
This is becoming a devastating public health issue. It's an epidemic, and you got to do something.
The soda ban is getting a mixed reception. Some residents favor the health initiative.
People tax things that people smoke. People tax, put all kinds of luxury taxes or overindulgence taxes on things. And this seems to me to be a gross indulgence. So I think it's brilliant.
Others think it's an invasion of personal liberties.
I think it's a government intrusion. I think it's ultimately the consumer's choice.
The ban on large sodas would apply only to venues that the city has jurisdiction over, including movie theaters, restaurants, stadiums, and arenas. Grocery stores will still be able to sell larger quantities. In Manhattan, I'm Cleo Farrell. Our R&B stars Chris Brown and Drake and their entourages faced off in a bottle-throwing brawl at a New York City nightclub. According to accounts, the fight was ignited over a comment made about Brown's ex-girlfriend, Rihanna. Brown insists he is the victim and posted a photo to his Twitter account that shows a bloody gash on his chin. Drake, who has been romantically linked to Rihanna, denies any wrongdoing.